Hi, it's Nisse Pedersen from Denmark again, and I'm gonna test another Lancôme Hypnôse mascara, and this one is the Drama. When I think of a drama mascara, I think, the days where it's not enough to look like a princess. These days we just want to look like queens, and I hope that's what this is gonna give me. Let's test it out.
Well, let's have a look at the brush. As you can see here, it has a snake-like form, and when we try to turn it around a bit, you can see it's twirling, and the bristles look really heavy and carries a lot of product. So let's try to put it on. As you can see here, when we try to put it on, the bristles deposits not as much as of a product as I would think, but when we try to build it up, it's really easy and it deposits the product quite nicely, and I think it's kind of easy. It's not perfect, but it's, as you can see here, it's really pretty and it's easy to work the wand through the lashes. I really like the amount of product it deposits, and as you could see, it's quite easily to build up the product. Again, I'm sorry for taking the mirror in front of the camera, but I need to be able to see what I'm doing. And again, I do have really long natural lashes, so you might not get the same result if your natural lashes aren't that long. So don't look at this and believe that you're gonna get the same results. If you have natural longer lashes, you will of course get longer lashes with this mascara, but if you're one of the lucky with your natural lashes, it would be extremely difficult to get the same result. As you can see here, when I do my lower lash line, I turn the brush to be able to get closer to my lower lash lines, which means the brushes it's a bit further apart on this side. I think it does a really good job, and the lower lash lines as well. I really like the results. It's not my dream result, but I'm really happy about it.
Well, let's have a look. It's definitely a lot harder to put on than the original one. You see I smudge a bit up here. And I think it having a tough time. You see the small ones I have here? It won't take them. The normal one was really good to take the small ones out here. Yeah, it's definitely more dramatic, but I don't think goddess at all. Not at all. Maybe, just maybe, I think a little queen bitch, but I don't feel like a goddess. I do feel sexy, so that's good. But I have an issue with my lashes where one of my eyes, it's just like my lashes really good, and the one over here, they cross over each other a lot, so it's a lot harder to put mascara on that eye and make it look good anyway. It will be there, but not evenly, and this wand really don't help with that, I think. However, they already seem to be pretty dry, so I hope that's good at least, and it's gonna stay on there. I will check in with you later, and we're gonna look at how it does.
And I think it's time for my lunch check-in. At this time, the mascara had been on for 4 to 5 hours, and I really think it still looks good. It has smudged a little, but so far I'm really happy about the result. Hello everyone, I think it's about time we're taking this SPF break to reapply our sunscreen. When I'm at work, I'm unable to wash my hands during the day, so I think it's important to me to use a powdered sunscreen so I don't get dirt and bacteria from my hands on my face. When you use a powdered sunscreen, it's important to reapply it for at least 1 minute, and during that minute you have to re-tap it at least 4 times. So powdered sunscreen is not as protective as normal sunscreens because we are unable to apply it as evenly. So when you use a powder sunscreen, make sure you reapply it as best as possible, and it's better to use too much than too little. When it comes to my body, I use and spray sunscreen when I'm at work because I think it's easier to use. When reapplying sunscreen on our arms, it's important to remember to pull out our sleeves and take off any jewelry. For me, it would be my watch, both to protect our jewelry, but also to make sure we can give the sunscreen all the way around our arms. After reapplying my normal SPF to my arm, I take my Testet, which is an SPF 50, and reapply that to my scar. The skin around a scar is more sensitive to the sun than normal skin, and therefore we need to be extra protective of it. And lastly, we come to the legs. Here it's important to also remember to pull up your pants and pull your socks down so you can make sure to get the sunscreen all around your legs. Also, it's really important to remember to apply sunscreen behind your knees. It's a place many people forget. And lastly, always remember it's better to walk around with the white cast than walk around with sunburns, premature wrinkles, or even skin cancer. And now back to the video.
So now I gotten home from work and it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and let's have a look at the lashes. Well, they look good from a distance, I think, but when we get closer, we see that's smudge under here and here. Maybe a tiny bit here and tiny bit there, but that's not bad. It has been 30 degrees Celsius today, so I have been sweating more than I did when I tested the original Hypnôse mascara. That's why I actually gonna give this mascara a 8.5 as well, because I think it's normal when we sweat more, mascara smudge more, but I think it's beautiful. It's a tiny bit clumpy, but I really not use as that kind of brush, so I think if I practice a little more with it and I got more usage, I think I would love this more than the original Hypnôse. Also because I'm really like the more look. For the mascara itself, I like it more than the original Hypnôse mascara, but in a wear test it smudged a little bit more, but it's been hotter today, so I think it's under the same circumstances it would have been the same, and I'm really looking forward to testing the Hypnôse mascara Dull Eyes.